Can everyone on the platform, Chair, be correct? Shall I proceed with the roll call, Chair?
Please.
Ms. Muatse? She is on the platform. Mr. Mbuyane?
Chairperson, good morning, colleagues. I'm present. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Mr. Mulder?
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, all. I'm present.
Ms. Mutahun?
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, everyone. I'm present.
Good morning.
Prince Burns Namashe?
Molo Slalo Namalungu.
Molo Prince.
Mr. Thing? Mr. Thing is on the platform, Chair. And Mr. Malamakia?
Morning, Chairperson, morning, colleagues. I'm present.
Good morning.
Chair, those are the members currently on the platform, Chair.
Thank you very much. Can we have the agenda, please?
Members. Morning, Chairperson, and morning, colleagues. I'm present. Are we ready to start?
Okay, can we have apologies, Secretary?
Chair, we still have the policy of Mr. Dean McPherson, who is with the Adult Committee Chair, and Mr. Cuthbert will be joining us 10 minutes later, just dealing with a personal matter. He will be joining us within 10 minutes. Those are the current two apologies that I have, Chair.
Thank you very much. The agenda this morning is to look at the draft fourth quarter financial and non-financial performance of the DTIC and to look at some minutes. Can I have a mover and a seconder for the adoption of the agenda, please? Mr. Malamacha.
Thank you, Chair. I stand to move the agenda, please.
Thank you very much. Can we have a seconder? Ms. Motawu.
Second.
Oh, thank you very much. Honorable, so our agenda is duly adopted. Members, the purpose of today's meeting is to consider the committee's draft report on the DTIC's fourth quarter financial and non-financial performance. Due to changes in the parliamentary program, the committee was not able to conclude its deliberations and adopt the report at the end of the second quarter. Hence, it has been rescheduled for consideration in the third quarter. So, as we heard yesterday, at the time, only the ANC had submitted concluding remarks for consideration, and we will check, the committee secretary will tell us whether any further inputs were received from other political parties as we consider the concluding remarks today. And then also we will be looking at minutes of the 31st of May, 7th, 8th, and 10th of June. Thank you very much, Mr. Hermans.
Chair, we did not receive any further comments from any other party. We just received some additional comments from the ANC to the submission. So that's where we are, Chair, in terms of the submissions.
Okay, so who's going to take us through the concluding remarks?
I will take the committee through the concluding remarks, Chair, if we can just be shared.
Thank you.
Chair, this, if I may proceed, Chair, this is the concluding proposed by the ANC. Number one, the committee was of the view that unemployment remains a challenge and welcome efforts by the DTIC and business to address this. Point two, The committee supports the implementation of the master plan as a tool of government, working with organized labor and business to unlock investment, increase exports, industrialize, and structurally transform the South African economy. 3, the committee was concerned about the continuous underspending and the impact it may have on its programs. This may hamper the implementation of its programs and development imperatives of government. 4, the committee was concerned about the impact of illegal exports of scrap metal and its impact on infrastructure. The committee encouraged the DTIC in conjunction with the South African Police Services and other relevant government departments to expedite the development of additional measures to discourage scrapyard owners from purchasing stolen cables and other public infrastructure, including a possible ban on the export of scrap metal. Then the ANC made an additional comment where it welcomed the publishing for public comments of the draft policy bill and its impact on the infrastructure and economy. Chair, the period under review was the fourth quarter after the 31st of March. So the policy documents published after the 31st of March, so it doesn't fall within the scope of the period under review. And we propose that it should not be included, it should be a better place for within the BRRR report, Chair. Then if we go down to number 5, the committee noted that there has been limited uptake on film and television incentive for the production of local stories. It was of the view that the DTIC should continue promoting the incentive to local producers given the multiplier effect on the upstream and downstream industries. Number 6, the ANC made further additions and we just tweaked it a little bit, Chair, for the committee's consideration. The committee was concerned about the impact that the national lockdown has had on Black industrialists. It encouraged the DTIC to promote Black industrialist program to ensure greater uptake and to offer non-financial support to Black industrialists to ensure their sustainability. Furthermore, the committee requests the DTIC to reconsider the formulation of its key performance indicators in respect of its incentives, to specify clear targets regarding the number of Black industrialists to be approved for each financial year. Number 7, Chair. The committee welcomed the DTIC's proactive approach in monitoring the tender advertisements and bid documents to ensure that they specify the local content requirements for designated goods and services and measures to ensure that government departments and entities implement these requirements. Number 8, the committee acknowledged the DTIC's efforts to engage the National Treasury on the development of the new public procurement bill in relation to localization. The committee welcomed the DTIC's efforts to ensure beneficiation and Black participation in the renewable and clean energy sector to assist in addressing South Africa's energy challenges. The committee noted the ongoing challenges with the Strisano construction fund resulting in underspending. It encouraged the DTIC to engage the relevant construction companies to find a solution to this matter. The committee encouraged the Minister to expedite the finalization of the appointment process for the Director General position, which has been vacant for over a year, as well as a senior management position. It also emphasized that the DTIC's organizational structure design process should be completed to ensure that the structure is fit for purpose and that the necessary posts can be filled. It was of the view that this was critical to ensure the stability and strategic direction of the DTIC. Given the challenges faced by some of the DTIC's entities, the committee was concerned about the slow progress on the review of entities' governance framework. It encouraged the DTIC to allocate the necessary resources to ensure that this review could be concluded and the necessary changes to the governance framework are implemented. Okay, those are the 12 points with those bits in yellow that we propose as for the committee to consider, Chair. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Secretary. As this is the ANC's concluding remark, can we just check with the ANC on number 4 and number 6, whether they agree with the tweaking that has been done in order to include it, to amend the report? ANC?
Chairperson, thank you very much. I think on the issue of the number 4, yes, we are agreeing because of the fourth quarter and the fact, but our mentality we had is that because we did not approve it, it can be part of this. But nevertheless, as we are advised by the Secretariat, we can take off this and we'll put it into the BBR process. Thank you very much.
Okay, and number 6.
Chairperson, I think number 6 is number 6. Thank you, Chair. Number 6, we are fine.
Number 6. No, I just want the presenter. Presenter must go down to number 6 here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, can you just speak on number 6, Mr. Muyani?
Yeah, Chair, thanks very much. I was saying number 6, it's fine. It can remain as it is because, yes, we still need to check in terms of the promotion of the Black Industrialist Program. And also it should be ensured in terms of what is it that it takes, because we must talk of the great intakes and also what is it that we have clear target. What is it that we want to see in provinces, in our rural provinces, to have Black industrialists in all the provinces? What is our clear target? So that is why I'm saying we can at least leave this, is still fine with us here. Thank you very much, Chair.
Okay. Okay, so then can I then check, Secretary, how do we handle this? Do we go point by point and adopt each point, or can we just take inputs from other political parties for
Chair, I will
discussion?
Propose that we take input from other political parties. Chair, I propose that we take input from other political parties, so if they wish to make changes or submit changes, the committee can then consider it, and then afterwards we can accept it as the report for adoption, submit the report for adoption.
Okay. So can we just check other political parties, whether there's any inputs you want to make? We did ask that submissions be made to the Secretariat by close of business yesterday. We have not received, but we will take verbal inputs for consideration. It seems like there are none.
Okay. Mr. Thring, Chair?
I don't see any hand from any political party.
Chair, Mr. Thring, I'm not so sure.
Okay. Honorable Thring.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, not necessarily any inputs from the ACDP, but just glad that the aspect of beneficiation continues to be included, and we look forward to the policy of beneficiation being fast-tracked. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. I don't see any further hands. Yeah, nothing further. So,
Chair, Mr. Mbuyane raised his hand.
To formally adopt these comments, because then we need to move in a seconder.
Yes, Chair, may I propose that Margaret just flag the report as it would be, just this is what we're happy for, is only the, so Margaret just flag the report and then we can proceed.
The conclusions here.
With that, yeah.
Okay. Your network is a bit patchy. Andre, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, I have been having problems, Chair. I don't know why. Chair, before us is the full report. We will include the concluding remarks. There appear to be no recommendations, Chair. So you can submit the report for adoption by the committee chair. And we need to have a move and a seconder in that regard. Mr. Mbayani, can I say, Chair?
Yeah, I saw Honorable Mbayani's hand. Honorable Mbayani.
Chairperson, thanks once again. The Chair, I think with the amendment
Honorable
made.
Mbayani.
Yes, Chairperson. Chair, I'm audible now.
Yes, you are. Proceed.
Okay, thank you very much. Chairperson, I wanted to propose that we adopt the report with the amendment made in terms of the conclusions and recommendations. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you. Honorable Motaung.
Thanks, Chair. I second the adoption of the report with the amendments.
Thank you very much. So our report is duly adopted. Thank you very much. We'll go to our next agenda item.
Chair, just to proceed, is there any objections to the adoption of the report in that case, or abstentions? Chair, just to ask a question if there's any objections or abstentions to the adopting of the report, Chair.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. So the report has been moved and seconded for adoptions. Can we check whether there are any Honorable Mulder, if there are any objections or abstentions? Honorable Mulder.
Honorable Chair, I see that you're sitting exactly in the same setting as me today, background, but I can't see you next to me. You'll be surprised that I won't be objecting today. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Any further objections or abstentions? I don't see any hands or anything in the chat box. So
no hands, Chair, we can proceed.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you very much. Can we go to the minutes of the 31st of May and take us through it, please, Committee Secretary?
Chair, we have the minutes of the 25th of May, Chair, which will be our first set of minutes. On the agenda for that day was deliberation on the submission received on the Copyright Amendment Bill, and we also considered the first draft report on the committee's oversight visit, Chair. Go down. Go down, Chair. We have the introduction, and also we proceeded point 2 with the deliberation on submission received on the Copyright Amendment Bill. The clerk from the matter will brief the committee on the proposed amendments on the remitted bills, and she took the committee through these two clauses. Clauses 5, 7, 9, in terms of retrospective application, and clause 13, subsection 12B, 1C, the most appropriate time frame for if federal rights had to be resolved. We also dealt with the tagging of the bill as section 76 and the ability of the National Council of Provinces to address matters falling outside the scope of the President's reservation. Chair, from there, we proceeded to consider the first draft of the committee's oversight report, Chair, which was tabled and considered. We look at the concluding remarks in the report, captured in 3.4. there was quite a number of concluding remarks, Chair. Then the committee, in terms of point 24, further input was required to address concerns around the demarcation of Industria. And then committee resolved that they will consider the C&D bill at its next scheduled meeting on the remitted bills. The ANC will propose additional wording to address the demarcation of Industria in the conclusions. The meeting adjourned at 11:31 until Tuesday, the 30th of May, Chair.
Sorry, can we have confirmation from the committee that that's a correct reflection of the deliberations on the day? And if not, if we are satisfied, then can we have a move and a second for the adoption of the minutes of the 25th of May? Honorable Moatse.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. I move for adoption of the said minutes as the truly reflection.
Thank you very much. Honorable Motau.
Thanks, Chair. I second the adoption of the minutes.
Thank you very much. The minutes are then duly adopted, the minutes of the 25th of May. We go to the next set of minutes, please.
Chair, we have the next set of minutes is dated the 31st of May, 2022. We had a briefing by ITAC on its financial and non-financial performance for the fourth quarter of the 2021-22 financial year. We also formally considered the committee's oversight visit report, and we considered minutes on that day, Chair. Chair, we have the introductory section, and then point 2, we had a briefing by ITAC led by Mr. Mbambo, who took the committee through its financial and non-financial performance for the fourth quarter. From point 2 onwards, committee raised a number of key issues of concern regarding the submission. If we go down, the committee then, the next item, committee formally considered the committee's oversight report. The report was duly adopted. Committee considered minutes dated the 10th, 11, 17, 18, and 24th of May, 6, 10, 11, 17, 18, 24th of May, which was duly adopted by committee. If we go down. The committee resolved that ITAC should submit a list of goods subject to local content designations, namely 20% of non-petroleum goods, a tariff application in this regard, which tariff adjustment has been granted, as well as the value of this to the economy, including jobs. The DTIC should inform the committee on the process and timeframes to appoint a new chief commissioner. The meeting adjourned at 11:15 until Tuesday, the 7th of June.
Thank you very much, members. There's the minutes of the 31st of May. Are we satisfied that that's a correct reflection of our deliberations on the day? If so, may I call on movers and seconders for the adoption of the minutes of the 31st of May? Honorable Burns Namashi.
So I moved that the minutes of the 31st be adopted as the true reflection.
Thank you very much. Honorable Mbiani. Thank you.
No, Chairperson, I second the adoption.
Honorable Malamacha. Seconded by Mbiani.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Minutes duly adopted for the 31st of May. Next set of minutes, I think it's the 7th of June. Are you still there, Mr. Hermans?
Yeah, I'm here. I was muted. Chair, the 7th of May, we had engagement with the DTIC and stakeholders with regard to the implementation of the clothing and textile value chain master plan. If you go down, Chair. We had stakeholders also in attendance on that day. Chair, the engagement was led by the Minister, who briefed the committee on the progress made in the retail clothing, textile, footwear, and leather value chain master plan. And number of stakeholders, also Mr. Maritz of Woolworths contributed through the process and comment on the implementation process and challenges that they face. The committee raised a number of questions as a result of those inputs, Chair, which is captured below. There was a request for information, and the meeting adjourned at 12:53 until the 8th of June.
Thank you very much. So that is the minutes of the 7th and 8th. Are we agreed that that is a correct reflection of the deliberations of the day? If so, can we have a move and seconder for the adoption of the minutes of the 7th of June?
Ms. Mutahung, Chair.
Honorable Mutahung.
Thanks, Chair. I move for adoption of the minutes.
Thank you very much. Honorable Mbuyani.
Oh, okay. No, thank you very much, Chairperson. I second the adoption of the set minutes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And it's duly adopted. Next set of minutes.
Here, the next set of minutes of this, the 8th of June, where we formally considered the Copyright Amendment Bill and the Performance Protection Amendment Bill, Chair. If we go down. We had the introduction, which outlined the purpose of the meeting for the day and the rules that would govern the process. Then we formally considered the Copyright Amendment Bill, Chair. It is captured, the process is captured there was number of proposals regarding some amendments. It is captured in point 2. Then we proceeded that we considered the Performance Protection Amendment Bill. This similar process unfolded where there was a number of amendments proposed to those things, and then the resolution that the committee resolved that correspondence as well as the social connection should be distributed to the committee. Parties should submit a minority views by the end of business Thursday the 9th, and it will meet on the 10th of June to formally consider reports on the copyright protection amendment bills. The meeting adjourned until the 10th of June, Chair.
Thank you very much. Here we have a minute of the meeting of the committee of the 8th of June. Can we have an indication on whether it's a correct representation of our deliberations on the day? And if so, can we have a mover and seconder for the adoption of the minutes? I see no corrections. Can we have a mover for the adoption of the minutes? Mover and seconder.
Thanks, Chair. I move for adoption of the set minutes.
Thank you very much. Can we have a seconder, Honorable Burns Namashi?
Kiaxhasa Sihlalo Namalungu.
Supported by Honorable Burns Tomashi. The minutes for the 8th of June are duly adopted. Can we have the next set of minutes, please?
Chair, we have the minutes of the 10th of June, where we formally consider the reports on the Copyright Amendment Bill and the Performance Protection Amendment Bill, Chair. We go down. We had the introductory note, and then the formal consideration of the report on the Copyright Amendment Bill, and where the Freedom Front Plus submitted some minority views, which is captured in the minutes. We made proposed changes, and with the Freedom Front agreed to those changes. The Cabinet Alliance also submitted minority views. We, as a secretariat, I also think some rewording to those proposals, which was also agreed to by the Democratic Alliance Chair. Where after you submitted those minority views for consideration, Chair, if you go down. The EFF also made a submission, Chair, and there were some amendments to those, Chair, and after that, we submitted the report in total for the committee's adoption with those amendments as captured in the minutes, Chair. It was then adopted. The DA and Freedom Front supported the report as an accurate reflection. However, they did not support the bill and the EFF abstained. Then we continue with the formal consideration of the report on the Performance Protection Amendment Bill, Chair. You submitted the report for consideration, Chair. The minority views was captured as well as with the copyright. And similarly, DA and the Freedom Plus supported the report as an accurate reflection. However, they did not support the bill, and the EFF abstained. The meeting adjourned at 9:31 until Wednesday, the 15th of June. We should actually say until the 23rd of August, technically, because that would have been our next meeting, Chair. Chair, that is the minutes of the 10th of June.
Thank you very much. Those are quite voluminous minutes. Can we have an indication whether the minutes correctly reflects our deliberations on the day? And if so, if we are happy that that is so, then can I ask for a mover and a seconder for the adoption of the minutes of the 10th of June? Honorable Mwatse.
Chairperson, thank you very much. I move for adoption of the minutes.
Thank you very much. Can we have a seconder for the adoption of the minutes? Can we have a seconder for the adoption of the minutes as moved by Honorable Mwatse?
Mr. Mbuyane, Chair.
Chairperson, thank you very much. I support the adoption of the said minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The minutes for the 10th of June are duly adopted.
Sorry, Chair, I just want to correct something.
Yes.
I've just noticed that reference to Honorable Member Chwako, he has been referred to as Mr., yet it should always be Doctor, especially for people who have earned their PhDs. I would strongly feel that they must be referred to by their titles.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can we correct that in the minutes, please?
Chair, noted. We'll make the correction, Chair.
Okay, thank you. That, I think, concludes our business for the day. Any announcements? Committee Secretary?
Chair, just to announce that our next committee meeting is on Tuesday, the 30th of August, and we will get a briefing by the Minister regarding the appointment of the Commissioner for the BEE Commission. Then we'll also receive a briefing by DTIC and entities on the implementation of relief programs, including the 2021 unrest and the recent floods, as well as the impact on the broader economy and the DTIC's allocated budget. That is for next Tuesday, the 30th, Chair.
Thank you very much. That concludes our business for the day. Thank you very much.
Long live the chair. Long live the chair.
Thank you, Chair.
Recording stopped.